Gyepi morning, Gyepi evening, Gyepi day, whatever works for you the best. It's Gyepi. We are going to continue our Raptor dating sim. I still have not give up yet. Indeed. I wanna reach the dating sim part, actually, the date with the Raptor, as we still didn't manage to reach it. So here I am, still grinding in the dating sim game. Last time we did start distancing a bit from the friends of ours, and it seems like the things started drifting apart, and we wanted to fix them. So we're gonna see where this is gonna go this time. Let's go! Okay, here I am. Sorry, but I'll be eating my bad instant noodles meanwhile. So, when I went inside, I realized everyone else was already there. Everyone was that silent. Were they talking about me? Were they fighting again? Or was it really that awkward between everyone? So, here we all are. Anyone else really feeling the holiday spirit right now? Yeah, not really. Robert wouldn't look me in the eye. I honestly couldn't believe he was okay having everyone over still. He was just sitting there as if nothing had ever happened. There was so much I wanted to say, but I couldn't find the words. And I started thinking that maybe it was a mistake coming there after all. But since I was there, I tried to make the best of it. So, does anyone have any fun holiday traditions? What a lousy question. The holidays? Yeah. It's so commercialized. Companies just take people's religious practices and boil them down to buy this thing. It becomes meaningless to the point where even people who aren't religious celebrate a generic holiday season. That is true, no lies there. That way there's more people to sell to. Wow, it's a silly tradition, Taylor, not a conspiracy. I never said it was a conspiracy. Man, don't you two like anything? Are you really too cool for the holidays? Us too cool? You're the jock. They were starting to fight again. I'm not a jock. And what does being a jock have to do with liking the holidays? Jocks are the default male in high school society. You're a normie. Me, a normie? I'm a Raptor, in case you haven't noticed it. So he's not a normie then? I had to do something to stop them, and I'm a furry. He's a Bigfoot. Your weirdness doesn't mean poop in Latin. Come on, I think I still stick out a little. I did what I had to. I started singing. Alright, we did pick the freestyle choice last time. So here are these very awkward choices as our protagonist is so awkward. It came to the point she started making some jokes that seemed like to be deranged. And we got the choices at each episode of this game as it's sectioned in episodes. And she was like, I am motivated. This time I will make my appearance with, and you could choose sex appeal, the class clown and stuff like that. As she wanted to impress people, but she was unable to do it, and it just kept going worse and worse in worst possible direction. And as time, in order to not make the things even more awkward, of course, I did choose for her to start trying to patch up things with a freestyle. That was my plan after all. When the snowman waves hello, when you got some good snow, give the gift of a hot cup of joe, or a different gift. Just let me know. Oh, that was it? Maybe we just need a bit of the good stuff. Robert? Huh? Beer? Oh, we're out? Really? Yeah. What's up with you, man? Nothing, why? And where's Jess? Wasn't she supposed to come? Maybe we should talk about something else. She's busy. Also last time, Jess did call us out. Jess is the childhood friend of the Raptor, the dino guy. He asked to be picked up at his snowboarding place, which is very unusual. He never asks to be picked up right away. He didn't want to state what actually did happen, and just asked us to help picking him up. So the point when we were alone with him, things got very awkward. Like, he didn't want to open up, and that is where we realized that things started to really drift apart, because the friends already got their distance, but now even him. So we are trying to patch things up, as I mentioned. So maybe we should talk about something else. She's busy. She's busy, right, Robert? What's it to you, Dai? Why, you're on my case anyways. I'm not on your case. You're just acting weird. Am I? How? Well, you practically drag us over here, and then it's like you don't want to even hang out. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just no booze, no big speech or even decorations. That's really unlike you. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't put on some big production this on time. And I didn't drag you here, okay? I told you I had work to catch up on, but you just like dismissed that as me being a nerd or something. It's winter break. How behind could they, Lily, possibly be in school? You don't know poop about what I've got going on. How could I know? Every time I wanna hang out, I have to convince you to actually do it. It's exhausting. Hey, leave me out of it. Yep, classic Taylor. You act like you always wanna be left alone all the time, but then... Then what? Why are you here? Yeah, why come and hang out with us just to act like it's some nuisance? Whatever, this is boop. Okay, this is not going in any good direction at all. Seems like things are just going worse and worse. I wonder what this is gonna go, considering the fact that we are recounting this from the future, so like this happened in the past, and we are alone when we're recounting that. I am finally here. Hi, Rin. Hi. Apologizing ahead. I'm eating noodles while reading. This is not the best, but I wanted to make it quick. And already stuttering. Nice. Why are you coming after me now, Day? Maybe I'm just sick of everyone's stuff. Hey, guys. Hey, I'm not the one who forces you to come here, remember? Oh, so now I forced you to come here? Guys. That's okay. It seemed like actually it was Stella the one that was pressuring the most, not him. It was Stella who wanted them to be together and patch things up and whatnot. And each time they got together, actually, it seemed to be her linking them. You two were plenty happy to come here and drink my booze and use my house before... Oh, sorry. But now the one time I don't make it super easy for you, it's like I kidnapped you or something. Guys, you just assume everyone wants to do what you want to do. Maybe not everyone wants to party all the time. Maybe you should ask if I wanna do something before telling everyone I'm doing it. Guys? Oh my. You know that feeling like when you're hovering between being there in the moment and losing yourself in your own head? I was in the car driving away from Robert's house, but I was also still there in the middle of them fighting. I was still with Robert after picking him up from snowboarding. I was still at my grandma's funeral, wondering why I couldn't cry like I should have. It felt like I'd lost it. So many things at once. That thing, whatever it was that was making me try still. Whatever made me make those ridiculous goals and plans. It all felt so hopeless now. So she was like about to break. I felt so immature. I'm not this person. I'm not the kind of person who has friends. Or a boyfriend. Oh, come on, you got some friends. Things are just going bad now. You have to try again. I thought I was bad. Look what happens when I try. What about facing them directly about this too? Instead of like making them go somewhere together in order to be mad. Episode 6, the real party. Okay. I have no idea how many episodes are there altogether. I wish I could say that after the winter break we came back to school and started hanging out again. Or that we worked things out and everything went back to normal. But that didn't happen. We'd see each other in the house and even say hi, but it was like there was this distance between us. It hurt the most when Robert and I stopped hanging out. Of Raptor boyfriend? What is this question related to? Yeah. Yeah, in this game. As it is sectioned in episodes. I was wondering if it's like the last one or not. Please wait a moment, be right back. Here I am. Okay. It hurt the most when Robert and I stopped hanging out. When we would pass in the house, he would still say hey, but it wasn't the same. He used to be so excited to hang out, leave funny messages on my answering machine. But not so much anymore. Now he was hanging out with his old snowboarding buddies, and it's like nothing ever happened between us. Even that time when we were alone outside at his place, it now felt like ages ago. And since neither of us was going to acknowledge it, it might as well have never happened. I felt just like when I lived in the city again. Like when I had a falling out with my friend, I tried to kiss my old crush, I got ditched. Third one, like the time I got ditched by some girls at school. I finally worked up the courage to ask them if they wanted to hang out, and I couldn't believe they said yes. We were riding on the subway to a movie theater when they ran off the train right before the door closed. And they left me trapped and alone. What chapter are we on? This is the 6th one. No, this time there was no plan or goal to win them back. It seemed like every plan I'd made just ended up blowing up in my face, so... Man, this is getting too depressing. I'm gonna put my grape hat up. Ta-da! Okay. Instead I made a rule. I was never going to make a plan again. There's 7 in total. I see, so we're close. The therapist is always silent. Yep, that's right. I was living on the edge. Well, yeah, but if I didn't make a plan or a goal, then there was no way it could go wrong. Do you see what my logic was? So yep, that was the plan. Then one morning about a month before the last day of school, I found the note from my dad on the fridge. Stella, you okay? Oh, hey. I'm okay. You sure? You look kinda tragically unhip. No, I was gonna say bummed. Yeah, well, I just got some, my dad left me this, note. Yeah, hello. We're back. Hi, Nighty. Hi, welcome. Gyepi day to you. I haven't been avoiding you. I never said you were. Yes, you have. Spending time with the boys. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. No way. I've just been busy with the guys, right? Really, it's been relentless. Sounds fun. It's not like I don't wanna. I do wanna hang out with you, but I don't, and I ignore you when we're among friends, and I discuss with them. And then suddenly we were interrupted by Day and Taylor. It was so awkward. Oh, hey. So, I guess this is it then, huh? What? You know, graduation is next week, so... Right, goodbye, Lado, hi. I know, right? We should all do something. Like what? Well, I was gonna throw one last huge end of the year bash. Oh, that's still happening? Yeah, I thought so. Next weekend. You're still playing, right? I don't know. We'll have to see. It's been a while since we agreed to that. Okay. What about you, Day? You still in? Yeah, I may have an appointment with the guidance counselor then. On the weekend? Really? Yup, kinda last minute, so... Well, crap. Alright then. We kinda fell into this awkward silence again, and I thought this was my perfect chance to tell them my news. But everyone was so down, I couldn't stand to bring the mood down any further. Stella, are you gonna go? Huh? To what? Robert's party? Of course, I don't know. Tell them the news. The news? What are the news? Are we going back to the other town? Don't tell me that. Oh, You know what? No worries. I'll probably just go see doing with the guys at Zach's cottage anyways. He's being a bit annoying lately. I even wanted to date that Raptor, and he's being annoyed. Should I have gone for the tall foot or the fairy? But the fairy already does have the ghost. So I guess this is it then. Yeah, I guess. Maybe I'll see you around. Yeah, maybe. Break the news gently, rip the band-aid off, stall. I'm moving. There. I predicted it. Come on, what a timing. No way, like, for real? Yeah, I found out from a terrible note my dad left for me this morning. Damn. When are you moving? Basically right after school ends. Oh, my dad's mentioned that he might not wanna stay here, but... I guess I didn't think he was serious or like actually going to sell my grandma's house. Yeah, that's harsh. I figured we had at least the rest of the summer. Everyone was pretty shocked. I couldn't bear to look at any of them. Especially Robert. I knew that if I did, I might have started crying for real. Well, everyone knows what this means, right? Huh? The party's got to happen now. Seriously. I've never been more serious. There's no way I'm gonna let Stella get through high school unpartied. Right. So the party's back on? You bet, Mouse Mommy. Hearing him call me that again lifted my spirits way up then. And you all had better be there. Yeah, we gotta give Stella the send-off she deserves. Right, Taylor? I'll be there, for sure. The Raptors are gonna start flowing once Stella moves away. Haha, cool. I mean, thanks. Awesome, it's settled. I'm inviting everyone I know. Getting all the kegs in Ladle. Everyone you know, you say? It's gonna be a total rager, right? No better way to have a meaningful goodbye than inviting half of Ladle High to a Robert Raptor's rager. Sounds intense. Okay, everyone, I need you all to listen up. Yes, coach? This could very well be the last time we have together. And Sir Robert of the Holy Royal refuses to let things die so easily. Especially the bond of a round table, ⴰᴜ. It is on all of us to see this end of the year bash through for Mouse Mummy and everyone we've ever known. For we will be fondly remembered by all who had the privilege of joining our bash. Cool, no pressure. Tell her, with your epic-inspiring tunes, you will sing our triumphs for all to hear. Sure, or you know, stick to the setlist too. There you will bring your wise eyes and sharp wit to see everyone through to the end of the night. We'll see how sharp my wit will be after a few beers. And I will bravely host the party at ᴄᴏᴍᴍᴜ, providing munchies, cakes, and wit for all. Cool. What should I do? My fair lady, just bring yourself a party attitude and eyes. We do actually need eyes. You have the biggest truck, so... alright, on it. So now you know what to do. See you all at my place this weekend. For sure. Yes, sir. Yeah, see ya. Still doesn't sound quite right that they kinda reunited temporarily just because Stella was about to move out. Feels bad either way, but still better than nothing, I guess. Somehow Robert managed to turn it all around and get everyone together for his party again. I was so nervous and excited to make it a good time. I kept thinking about what ice to bring, how much would we need? Ice? Why do you need ice? The Raptor is already cool enough to freeze the drinks. Indeed, that is true. One bag or three? Oh, also, I think you did miss our freestyle here, Rin. I'm sorry. But it was quite short, way shorter than I thought. I was prepared to freestyle here, but she finished it pretty early with it. Cubed or crushed, regular or slow melting? Oh my, how many questions just because of the ice thing. When I got home from school that Friday, I knew I would have to mentally prepare myself. You know that feeling that if you don't do something, time will just stand still? The day after school, I just sat there, staring at the TV, hoping that if I just did that and nothing else, time itself would stop. And maybe I wouldn't have to move, I wouldn't have to leave Ladle. While local residents are thinking of leaving Ladle coming up. Messages. Listen to messages. Hello, Mr. Starosta, this is Jan. I'm calling in regard to the Reynolds offer on the house. The Reynolds are happy to settle for the original asking price, but have a few stipulations. Please call me back at this number at your earliest convenience. Congratulations. If there are any questions or concerns regarding the sign-off, please let me know. Thanks and have a lovely day. Hey, Mouse Mummy. So the party's later tonight at 8. I'm expecting you there, and I was thinking maybe it would be cool if we hang out later. You know, just the two of us. Anyways, your call. Oh yeah, and give me a call too. If you feel like talking, or if not, then I'll see you at the party. Hey Stella, I don't know why I keep leaving messages on here. Again, this type of message, no. If you wanna call me, you just call me. I mean, sorry, that came out wrong. I definitely wanna hear from you, if you wanna talk about stuff. So just last minute, he started talking about how he feels? Goodness, so call me anytime. Okay, bye. Stella? Everything's so wide right now, am I right? I'm here if you wanna, you know, talk about anything. If not, I understand. I'll just see you at Robert's party later, haha. Sorry, okay, later. And we still have not cleaned here. We're moving. Finally, we'll have more time together and see friends in the city. We got a super deal on the house and we can finally leave this boring town. Can't wait. Love, Dad. Oh, it was not that boring, indeed. It was quite eventful, kinda. Taylor has big feet, but a small brain, it seems. Okay. Oh, we did not collect the note from episode 4. Important, tell yourself, get better, work harder, be stronger. Have the guts to make the right call, keep my eye on the ball, not stall. You will make it. When things crash down, split on the ground, bleed out, forget my fear, leave it at the door, ignore it, push forward, break free, do more, do something important. Oh. Okay. Bad. Let's call Robert. I'm still not forgiving him for being annoying too, but here goes nothing. Hey Stella, Hey, Robert. I'm so stoked you called. Really? Of course. I know it's been a while. Yeah. Sorry, Mouse Mommy. Those guys from the snowboard team. You know, the ones I went swimming with earlier. They just wanted to hang out again, you know, for old time's sake. Since we're like graduating soon, so yeah, so you prefer them over us. I couldn't say no, right? I get it. I know I'm not like cool, not like them. What? No. Come on, Robert, we both know I'm not like them. They're athletic and daring and good looking, and I'm so what? Sad, dorky owl flower. Stop. And you're like just like them. But I'm not. You so are... Stella, you know better than anyone. Yeah? Never mind, maybe you're right. Maybe I'll never change. What do you mean? Nothing, just know that I don't regret 1 second of our time together. Robert. Me neither. The time you pranked me so hard at the lake. I was like legitimately proud. It was so good. Yeah. And then you totally dropped my clothes in the mud. I didn't mean to. Nah, you probably meant to steal them, right? Well, maybe. Busted. We had some sweet times. Yeah. I really hope this party is gonna be the best party I ever throw. Robert, you know you don't need to throw a whole party for me. Well, I want to. And I want to make up for, well, you know. Right? And when it's all over, would you still like to hang out? Just the two of us? Oh, yeah, sure. Is it the date part? Yeah, it would mean a lot for you to be there. Of course I can be there. Cool, I'll see you at the party, Mouse Mommy. Yeah, see you. Once I had gathered my thoughts and the ice, I left for Robert's. I remember being in the car and nearly shaking with excitement. I was going to a party, a real party. It felt like everything was happening all at once. The party, me moving, the group getting back together, and... Well, at that point I had no idea what else to expect. It was all changing. I had to pull over to calm down. Meanwhile, the ice was slowly melting along with my brain. Eventually I could breathe again and made my way to the mass of bright lights and music that was Robert's house that night. And then there I was at my first real party, finally. And you know what I found out? I don't like parties. It was loud, crowded, stinky, and I couldn't find anyone. When I got there, I saw there were already like 15 people there. I was immediately overwhelmed. I didn't recognize anyone. Where were my friends? I began having a nightmarish vision of not being able to find Robert, Day, or Taylor, of people seeing me trying to push through the crowd and laughing at me, pitying me for not being able to find anyone to talk to, and maybe also for my smallness. Just when I thought it maybe wasn't too late to turn back and drive away, I saw Day. I remember rushing to her like a drowning swimmer to a life preserver. Day! Oh, Stella, hey! Her wall face seemed to brighten, and I thought mine do the same. So I guess Robert really meant it when he said he'd invite half of Laddle. I know, right? I don't think I've ever seen this many teenagers in one place. And that's counting school. Yeah, at least there they are dispersed in different classes and stuff, but here, they're all so close together. It's worse inside. I was headed to the washroom when I stepped on something squishy. Ew, what was it? Oh, nothing, just a person. What? Yeah, you know Bryce, the deer-looking guy with the antlers? Vaguely? Well, he was just laying on the ground singing along to the music while people stepped on him. No! No! Jeez, is he okay? He seems totally fine. What the hell? I know. For a moment it was like old times and I just wanted to stay like this forever. Hey, so since it slowed, I was thinking, yeah? I mean, after we say hey to everyone, maybe we could... Oh, so you actually turned it up. I honestly didn't think you had the friggin' guts. Oh, hey Ingrid, Stella. Wait, why wouldn't I show up to a party that was thrown for me? Whoa, what? Since when was this party for you? Since I'm moving away next month? Ha, really? I mean, I'm so sorry, it's really too bad. Hey, so Ingrid, can you go grab me a drink? Sure, Day. But you won't mind if I say my goodbye to Stella? I really am sorry about your leaving so soon. But hey, it's not so bad, I guess. I mean, you were barely even a blip on our friggin' radar after all. Ingrid, what were you expecting anyways? Showing up senior year? Not like you could have made much of an impression anyways. Why are you being like this? Thanks, Ingrid, you're just jealous. Jealous. Haha. You're only acting this way because no one threw a party for you. Ooh, I thought it would be jealous because of they being close to us. Ooh. Actually, I don't need a pity party every time something goes slightly wrong in my life. Ugh, I can't even believe you sometimes, Ingrid. Anyways, we'll be seeing you, I guess. Day and I are gonna hang out around for a bit. But then we have to leave early, we've got plans, so... Sorry, forgot to close some applications. Here I am. Okay. Oh, really? That's right, we have pretty important things to talk about, so... Oh, okay. No, actually I wanted to stay and have my goodbye with Stella. You know, the whole reason we came here. Oh, sure, go right ahead. Act like you're really gonna miss her. Is there weird, or is that ghost just sore? Just a teeny bit. Like she even deserves a freaking party. Just a teeny bit. Well, I think she does. Why do you wanna act like you're so close all the time? You barely even hang out with her anymore. That's not... I could tell that Dave was getting flustered, it was true, we hadn't spoken in months before this. Then that nagging voice in the back of my mind started getting a little louder. What if Ingrid was right? What if I really wasn't that close with Dave at all? What if I was kidding myself? Oh hey, isn't that Robert heading over? Why don't you go talk to him? Wow. When Robert came over, he was super drunk already. I was surprised since it was only 8:30. Hey ladies, so glad you could join us tonight. Hi Robert. Hey. I put the ice in the cooler. I hope that's okay. It's totally cool. No, it's not. What? I've gotta be honest. I took too long to come in here, and by the time I finally made it, it was basically just a bag of lukewarm water with a few ice cubes floating in it. People have to pop for beer now. Hey, it's so good that ice final form anyways. Am I right? I guess. What's with all the long faces, huh? Turn those frowns upside down. This is the fun police, and I'm here to take you in for questioning for harshing everyone's mellow. Doesn't the fun police work the other way around? The other way around what? Huh? Have another beer day. Come on, cheer up, aren't you like graduating with honors or something? Something like that? Then it's time to get wasted, no more studying till college, right? I could tell Day was having a hard time after college was mentioned. She looked guilty and then silence got even louder. If that was even possible. Alright. I know what will cheer you all up. What if I see Robert of the Holy Rail do my famous cake stand? Just for you. Why was he looking at me? But it was hard to look away, he had such a way of looking at me. Especially when he stood so close. It made my knees weak. Keg stand? Yeah. This guy's gonna keg stand, everyone. Brendan looked more out of it than usual too, and as the non-local stoner, I didn't think that was possible. Then suddenly a whole bunch of people were surrounding us, probably half the party. It was becoming a scene. Hey, what's going on? When I felt someone tall behind me, I looked up and met Taylor's eyes. Hey Taylor, was his face is going to do a keg stand, right? Thanks for the support, Brandon. You know, I've always kinda considered you to be my hype man in a weird way. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. A hype man, someone who gets the crowd all riled up and... Are you doing this or... Yeah, totally. Alright, everyone make a way. Do you need someone to like hold your ankles or something? Hold his ankles? Oh right, a keg stand is when someone does a handstand on a keg while they drink from it. That sounds... awesome, right? So... No assistance necessary, Taylor, my man. Really? Back before, I always do make extents freestyle. Is this a good idea? Yeah, maybe... Come on, everyone ready? Yeah! What? Go, Robert! Holy crap, he's gonna do it? I watched as Robert got ready to do something wicked dangerous, and I remember Jessica's words about his accident. I couldn't help but feel like I should have stopped it. Somehow. But what was I gonna do? The whole crowd was cheering him on. And then I saw Jessica standing a little ways away, and I was surprised. I didn't think she'd want to show up to Robert's party after everything that happened. But the look on her face as she watched it, I think she was regretting her decision. Alright, okay, just gotta get a good angle. Dude, just do it, what's the hold up? Yeah, come on, you used to just do it. Don't think about it, just go. I could see Robert start to falter. I saw a look in his eyes I've never seen before. It was fear. Robert, Robert, Robert! Everyone cheered and cheered, but he just kept standing there, frozen in place, and eventually the cheering just kinda died out and everything got really awkward. Then the crowd finally started to move out when it was clear nothing was gonna happen. I could see Jessica still standing there, but Robert didn't seem to notice. In fact, he didn't seem to notice any of us still standing there. Robert? He wouldn't move. It was like he was frozen in that moment. Still getting ready to do the keg stand. Man, what was that? You're majorly fused out. Hey, come on, Brandon. Whatever, you used to be so... different. Then at that moment Robert muttered something about having to get something from inside. And he just disappeared into the house. I felt terrible. I wanted to run after him, but then things got worse somehow. Brandon, what the hell, dude? What? Oh, so now your little groupies are around, you think you can call me out, man? What the? How much weed did you even smoke before we got here? The hell does that matter, Toto? I don't remember you having a problem when you were bumming my weed last year. That was back then. Yeah, back when you gave a poop. At least I told you did. What are you even talking about? I'm talking about how this used to be about you and me. We'd get high and write songs about all the stuff going on in the world, and it wasn't me who stopped giving a poop, okay? Oh, come on. You had plenty of chances to say something about it, but you just didn't care. Is this about the band or... You know what? Forget it. You don't need the band, you've got your own sound now. You wanna play that weird acoustic stuff? Go right ahead. But I'm not getting up there tonight. So you're bailing on our jig? It's not our jig anymore. Is all this because I wanna play one of the new songs I wrote? It's just one song, come on. Whatever, see ya. I watched as Brandon and Taylor split and I suddenly found myself alone again. At a party full of strangers that was supposedly meant for me. I suppose I could have felt more sorry for myself, but the only thing I could think about was... What am I gonna do? I have to fix this. I felt myself being pulled in all different directions. They, Taylor, and Robert. They had become the most important people in my life. Then suddenly I was losing everything. My whole world was falling apart. And as usual, I felt stuck, frozen in my own head. I thought of Day and how she seemed like she wanted to tell me something. I thought of Taylor and his fight with Brandon, but more than anything, I thought of holding on to Robert on the back of his dirt bike, racing through the forest, my hair whipping into my face and eyes. The smell of gasoline. The little rocks flying up onto my legs while we passed through the forest. The tree branches scratching at my arms. I really hated dirt biking. It's like everything I don't like wrapped it into a single loud, uncomfortable experience. Like this party. But I never would have known that if I hadn't tried it. And I never would have tried it if I hadn't had someone to hold on to. If I hadn't had Robert to hold on to. He was the one I drove home last, just to spend that little bit of extra time with. He was the one I tried desperately to be alone with during our school project. He was the one I almost kissed during the whole Ladder Ripper thing. He was the one I dreamed about at night. He was the person I wanted to cheer up the most during the holidays. Person. He gave me poems. I never thought he could be that sensitive. I thought about how different he seemed at his party, how sad it had all been. Before I knew it, it was rushing to find him. I looked for him everywhere around the party. But everyone had already left. Everyone except Jessica. Hey, are you looking for Robert? Yes. That look in his eyes, he had it that day he went snowboarding. It scares me. Is this about his accident? Is this about his friends? Is this about when we picked him up? Pick it up. Do you think this has anything to do with what happened when we picked him up? I don't know, I haven't really seen him since then. But all I know is that I've never seen Robert freeze up like that before. Honestly. After our fight, I actually started to believe that he was fine. That maybe the accident really didn't bother him. Maybe I really did want him to be more messed up than he really was. Not so that I could baby him or anything, but because that's how I would react. But me and Robert are so different. If I broke my pelvis, I would definitely not be telling jokes like, "What doesn't kill you makes you doper." Yeah, right. I've never been good at telling jokes anyways. You know that. He really did seem fine most of the time, but now I don't understand it. Maybe the fear eventually caught up with him. I'm not sure even he understands it. I'm worried about him. I thought I could walk away from him, but I can't. No matter how much he pisses me off, I can't just do nothing while he hurts himself. Do you have feelings for Robert? Let's go straight to this one. I don't care about the other questions. So do you have feelings for him? Define feelings, like the way you feel about him? No, I don't. We grew up together. We played in the same crib as babies, but it's more than that. This is something that I've never told anyone, but I just don't feel that way about anyone. I never have. I watched Robert chase after other girls. It seems so important to him. It seems so important to everyone else, but not to me. I'm sorry. Don't be. I don't feel empty or incomplete. I care deeply about Robert, just not in that way. Besides, my friendships are already complicated enough as it is. I'm gonna go look for him. I'll help. I want to fight him too. We should split up to cover more ground. There's an alley off the gas station where he likes to do his skateboard jumps or whatever. I'm going to check to see if he's there. If you can think of anywhere else he might have gone, please check for him. The gorge. Somehow I knew that's where Robert was going. I raced up the side of the gorge, my heart was pounding and I was pouring sweat. I could hear his engine revving. It got louder the closer I got. When I got there, he was sitting on his bike, looking dejected. It was pointing toward the place he intended to jump from. He was just looking at the ground, cranking the motor. That faraway look in his eyes. Robert! He wouldn't even look at me. I'm glad you're here. I need someone to witness this. My greatest stunt. Who better to witness it than Mouse Mommy herself? I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump the gorge on my dirt bike. No more stalling, no more talk, just me and my fear. It's time to face this head on. You better not be doing this to impress me. No, it's not that, I swear. I'm tired of being afraid of something that happened months ago. I used to be able to do things like this. I used to have no problems taking risks. But now it's like there's something wrong with me. Every time I try to snowboard or do a cool trick, something I always loved, it's like now it's completely alien to me. Like I'm paralyzed with fear and I don't get it. Why? If I can't even handle this one dirt bike stunt, then who am I? You're Robert freaking Raptor, son. Don't be foolish. Can't you see how dangerous this is? What do you mean? You're Robert freaking Raptor, son. Robert! Why do you always feel this need to prove yourself? You're amazing. I don't believe you. Why don't I believe you? You don't need to do this. You've already done so much. I haven't though. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I can understand that, but this isn't the way to face it. Alone, drunk, being totally reckless. Always trying to prove something that we both know isn't true. It's okay to ask for help, Robert. You have people in your life that wanna help you. You just need to let us in. You know that this isn't the way. I want to, I really do. But I can't. Why not? Because the hardest part about the accident is just thinking about it. It all happened so fast. I was just driving a little too fast and everything was fine. And then, in the blink of an eye, I was upside down, bleeding, and I couldn't feel my legs. And I remember in the hospital just being so bored. I couldn't wait to heal, so I could get back to doing the things I loved. Everyone was telling me how lucky I was to be alive. The doctors, my parents, especially Jessica. And that's how I thought it was. Just luck. Just bad luck. It didn't mean anything to me, other than a couple of cool scars to show off. When I went through physiotherapy, I was only focused on one thing, getting strong enough to get on a board again. And when I was finally ready, like the very moment I was standing there, ready to go, it all came back to me. And that tiny moment in my life stretched out in front of me from my feet to the horizon, and I felt every fraction of a second play out in my mind. The force of the car rolling, the glass of the windshield shattering, the feeling of my pelvis breaking, and I get stuck there, so stuck that I can barely move or breathe. Is that what happened at the ski slope? Do you know what it's like to want something so bad, to spend all your time thinking about it, to spend all your time getting ready for it? I think she does know. And then, in the moment when it should be happening, to be somewhere else. Yes, it's like running in circles, help me understand. Yes, I do. You're basically describing me before I met you. I was dreaming of things I wanted, but too scared to do anything about it. You showed me how to be brave, well, compared to who I was before, but this isn't going to change how you feel, because this stunt isn't facing your fears. It's running away from them. You don't understand. This is who I am. I'm the skateboarding Raptor. I do cool stunts. If I'm not that, then what am I? You're so much more than that. You're the class rep, you're a great friend, you're a poet. You're a poet. You write from the heart. You have a way with words. You feel deeply about the people you're close to. You care about me, I care about you. I don't care about you. Jessica was right. When we met, you were just a distraction. So I wouldn't have to think about the accident. To hell with everything, this bike is going over. Robert! What the hell? Is that really true? Was I really just a distraction? Yes. But then I fell in love with you. Honestly, serves you right for using us like that. Robert! Oh, Robert. You're okay. You scared out of me, say nothing. You're okay. You let go your bike. Oh, he did it on purpose. No. Oh. Too bad. You didn't do it. I'm just so glad you're okay. Stella, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. It's just been so hard to admit that what happened. To admit that the accident changed me. I've been trying for so long to go back to normal, to go back to the Raptor I was before. But now I know that's never gonna happen. I'll never be the same. Robert, about what you said earlier, Stella, I meant it. Maybe we just started as a way to keep my mind off of what happened, but I couldn't run away from it. And you didn't help me forget the past like I wanted to. You made me feel like there was more to me than stunts and pranks. And I really liked that. I felt like I was starting to discover some part of me I never knew about. But I'm only halfway there, like I'm not quit the person yet. I'm just stuck between my old life and my new. And now you're moving away. And I'm afraid that if there isn't anyone around who can see the part of me, then it's just gonna die out. And I'm left with nothing. Where's the confession though? Come on! Go straight to the point. And no one. I don't know how to live without taking chances. But if I'm not the guy who takes chances, then I'm nothing. And no matter how I feel about you, How can this be anything? There's other ways of taking chances. What do you mean? Come on, follow me. So he did not confess. So, is this your idea of risky? It's actually pronounced risque. Well, my heart is pumping. Mine too. Was this just a ploy to get me to sober up? Did it work? What is this? There is no confession, indeed. It's a beautiful night. Yeah, really. Clear. Anyways, sorry about your bike. Are you gonna try to get it back? I don't know. I think it belongs to the lake now. Isn't that like polluting? That's a good point. I'll fish it out somehow. I'll help. Cool. Just in a minute. Yeah. Not quit yet. So, here we are, half naked in the lake. Nothing you haven't seen before. Oh, haha. That prank that went terribly wrong. Did it, or did it go terribly right? I mean, what did I try to do with them again? Steal them, give them back, only steal his jacket. I only wanted your jacket. But that didn't really happen to all, huh? Nope. Me and my damn butterfingers, Stella, Yes? I just thought that, Since you know, and like, into you, I was wondering if... I couldn't believe he was asking me if I liked him. I thought it was so obvious. Oh, yeah, I mean... I do. Oh, sweet. Yeah. So, anyways, would it be okay if I... go in for the smooch? I couldn't wait anymore. I'd been staring at his lips the entire time he'd been talking. I needed to feel them on mine, so I went for it. We moved together and I could feel the water moving from his powerful legs kicking at it. Then one of his arms wrapped around me and I felt like I didn't even need to tread water anymore. When our lips finally touched, the passion surged through me. I'd never kissed anyone in my entire life, but for once, I didn't second guess what I was doing. I just went with it, as his lips gently massaged mine. I lost myself in the feeling and didn't snap out of it until he pulled away to tell me I was shaking. I'd been so caught up in the kiss that I didn't realize how cold I was. Finally, yeah. It's getting kinda chilly. Yeah, but that's it for the date. I hoped they would go somewhere to explore stuff and that. Like, they did spend some time together, but it was rushed, I think. I'll warm you up. This is getting embarrassing. He's in the underwear. Wow, my dirt bike is completely totaled. At least we got it out of the lake. It's good to be responsible. All the loose ends are tied up now. What the hell is going on? Oh, hey Jess! Don't even hey Jess me right now, Robert. When you weren't a skate alley, I came over here to find Stella and look for you. Then I heard a bike crashing down the gorge. I was frantic, looking everywhere. Now I found you both soaking wet. Jess, No, I can't take any more excuses. This isn't an excuse, I swear. I'm done with this. Do you know what it's like to be afraid that you might seriously hurt yourself? That you might have died? All because of some compulsive need to prove yourself. Do you know what that's like for the people who care about you? I'm sorry. I've been dealing with something since the accident. Something I haven't been able to fully understand. Something I still don't understand. I know that, Robert. I know you know that. Jessica, I'm sorry. You knew what was wrong with me. But I couldn't admit it. I couldn't admit that the accident messed me up the way it did. I just wanted everything to go back to the way it was. I'm finally ready to admit that it won't, that the accident changed me. I'm sorry you had to go through that. God damn it, Robert. What? I thought you'd... Yes, I'm so happy you finally figured it out, but I'm still angry at you right now. And now, I just don't know what to do with it. It's been so much pressure to try to be your best friend, to try not to be a total bummer all the time. I feel like I'm always trying to watch out for you, to keep you out of trouble. His dinosaur. Like I'm your freaking mom. And now you finally figured it out? Like you finally make a breakthrough on this thing. And I should be happy, but I'm still so royally poet at you. I'm sorry for not talking to you about any of it. That's what I miss the most, talking with you. We used to talk about everything. I want to be like that again. Me too. The accident, it didn't just make me scared of snowboarding and stuff. It made me scared of opening up to you. Scared that that feeling would creep up on me. It's okay. You can tell me anything. I'm sorry I've been such a poopy friend, Jess. I promise I'm done with stunts. It's about time. Sorry. It will take some work to get out of mom mode. I'll be patient with you. I owe you that. I'm still a little PO'd with you. I know. Thanks. And thank you, Stella. Hey. Be good to her. She's obviously a good influence on you. Okay. Mom mode. I'm going home now. You two don't stay up all night, okay? And put on some clothes. You'll catch a cold. Bye. We'll talk tomorrow, Jess. I like that. Comf blankie time. I'm sorry you got caught in the middle of my thing with Jessica. It's okay. At first I didn't really understand how you two were friends. Now I can see it from her point of view. I'm lucky that I have her in my life. She's given me so many chances and I've always screwed it up. I'm gonna do better by her. No more stunts? No. It doesn't feel like it used to, and I'm done trying to force it. I'll have to find some other way to get my kicks. What about pranks? No more pranks? Really? Yeah. No pranks? None. Everything I say will be completely genuine. No chicanery, deception, or subterfuge. Robert, how did you... I don't want to be a jerk, but like... Those were some pretty big words. And I'm pretty sure you used them alright. I got a word a day calendar. For my poetry. Well, it's obviously working, but you really don't have to be so serious. You can still do some pranks, just maybe not stink-based ones. My socks. I'll always remember the good times I had making them stink. They were gross. I actually liked the smell. What? I actually squeezed one out into some wax and made a candle. I burn it sometimes to get that smell in my room. It's even more intense when you add fire. Wow, just like those sturdy cards. You do not. The prankster strikes again. I hate you. What's gonna happen to us? You mean us? Oh god, Robert, stop. But also they and Taylor and the other cryptids and Laddle, everything is changing. We both changed. We changed each other. It doesn't have to be bad. It's scary though. I guess we Raptors know how devastating change can be sometimes, but things could always happen to us. I guess you can change that. At least we have each other. Maybe not forever, but for now. Whatever happens, whatever will come, we'll have to live for moments like this. Yeah, at least for the time we have left. You're all mine, my Raptor boyfriend. It ends like this? We spent the whole night together. We watched the sunrise, we kissed a bunch, and more stuff happened. I can share everything with you, Doctor. Ooh, episode 7. Oh, goodbye, Laddle. Right, there was another one. After Robert's party, I remember feeling like time had slowed down. Me and Robert spent almost every minute together. We both knew that we only had so long together, so we wanted to make our make-out time count. And to do that, I had a plan. Oh no! Yeah, I know what I said before about my plans. Yeah, this is the final chapter. And it's true that they were... I was gonna say generally terrible, but then deciding to have no plan was really just another type of plan. I realized that making plans wasn't the problem. The problem was my plans always involved me trying to be someone I'm not. It's fine to want to be better or try to put yourself out there, but I think I was being too hard on myself. And now I'm starting to sound like you, Doctor. No, you're not. Alright, the plan. Wow, this one was simple. No, it was actually simple this time. The plan was to have a nice last day of school. Me, Dan, and Taylor were hanging out in the house in between first and second period. I was handling the wall moving away from that old thing pretty well. That's it, I'm not leaving. Stella? No, they can't make me. I guess they can, but after they close up for the summer, you might have to leave for, food and water, air conditioning, the necessities for survival. But Taylor, I'm gonna miss this school. The tiny chairs, the mysterious mold, the creepy rumors. I'm even going to miss my stinky locker. It still smells from rubber sock, eh? Yep. I tried my best to scrub it and spray air freshener, but it's a stubborn stink. It just didn't want to leave, just like me. But now I must leave it. I'm not sure I'm ready to say goodbye. I get that you're feeling nostalgic right now, but it's just a funky-smelling locker. But it's my funky-smelling locker. Yeah, Taylor. I knew I shouldn't have said anything, but for some reason I said it anyway. I'm sorry, you're right. It's just that everything's changing so fast. The highway expansion is almost here. There's a bunch of new kids being shown around for next year already, and I don't know. Ladle High already feels different. I guess I'm really gonna miss it here. Yeah. No. You're not going to miss it at all? I don't know, maybe. I'm just more excited about what's next. I'm tired of staring at the same old walls. Time for some new walls to stare at. I just can't believe I graduated. I guess I'm better at this whole school thing than I thought. I was fully prepared to have to do summer school or something. You could do it anyway, pick up a few extra credits just for fancies. That sounds like your kind of fancies, not mine. Borings. Darling. Okay, I guess we should head to class. Yeah, I guess. What are you three doing here? What? Going to class? No. You did not just say you were going to class. Tell me you did not just say that you're going to class. We did too. I can tell you that, because that would be a lie. I'm going to just come out with it. It might be hard to accept, but we said we were going to class. No, you're not though, because today is National Skip Day. It's what? National Skip Day. It's only the best holiday, like, ever. Taylor, what is he talking about? It's the last day of school, basically. And because everyone's grades can change, there aren't any consequences for skipping class. It's not only consequence-free, it's accepted to skip. Actually, no. It's expected that you skip. Taylor, you knew this and didn't tell them? I forgot, okay? Now that you mention it, that does explain why there was like nobody in first period. Yeah, we basically did nothing in English today. Mr. Garciano just handed out a crossword puzzle. Exactly. So wait, why are you here then? Looking for you free. Oh, I mean, come on, it's Stella's last day here. I'm not about to let you waste it by actually going to class. Let's get out of here. Skip class? Yes. Wow, I've never done that before. That's not that unbelievable, Stella. Me neither. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. Nice, Mouse Mommy. I was a little worried there for a second. I had to walk here, and it's a lot farther than you'd think. I grabbed my stuff and said one last goodbye to the hallways of Ladle High. We piled it in my truck and headed to the lake. When we got there, Robert went up to the biggest tree he could find and started doing something. He wouldn't tell us what. He said it was a surprise. There, now everyone will always know. Know what? That we were here and we were glorious. Wow. Yeah. Right. It does just literally say we were here too. So how does anyone else know who we is? I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, I actually don't think it really matters. We know, and that's what counts, right? Totally. Nice save. Yeah. I couldn't help but think about my first day here. I can't believe it's barely been a year since I was here. Hanging out for the first time with all of you. I was so nervous. I don't think I ever told any of you this, but my detention story was... A huge lie? Yeah, we know. Wait, really? Yeah, it was kinda obvious. Oh man, that's so embarrassing. Crap. I guess my whole "are you worthy" thing did kinda put you all on the spot, huh? By the way, I'm gonna finish this chapter and gonna end the stream. I'm planning possibly later on to catch up with my father this evening. Also, I apologize for not being here yesterday, but I did not make it on time actually. Yesterday evening, that is. Well, kinda. Yeah? My bad. But you were the first person to talk to me at school. Just the fact that you invited me to the lake was unbelievable to me. Really? Duh. You made probably one of the most memorable entrances I've ever seen. You skateboard, you looking all badass, and did a prank on you. Wow, yeah. But you were the class rep, and you are cool, and you wanted to hang out with me after school. Yeah, yesterday was really late. Yep. Yeah, sounds like a better first impression than I made. What do you mean? The first thing you saw me do was fight with Ingrid. Actually, I saw you fighting with nobody. What? Ingrid was invisible, so I kinda thought you were yelling at me. Right? Damn it. Definitely not my best moment. But you were so nice to me. You started my education on what constitutes a party. You helped prepare me for the lake. You made me feel like it was okay that I was some bumbling jerk. And then I made you feel terrible. I should have felt terrible. I hit you with my car. You what? You barely nicked me. It was nothing. Nice stunt, Taylor. Way to tuck and roll. It wasn't some stunt. I still feel bad about that. But you just immediately tried to make me feel better by turning it into some joke. What was it again? I said I get hit all the time, and sometimes when it's a bad one I have to turn the drivers into mulch. Whoa, that's dark. You had to be there, I guess. Then you said you'd come to the lake with me. That really helped me feel like I could do it, because you are there for me. You all made this year one of the best years of my life. It was pretty great, wasn't it? It had its ups and downs. Yeah, it definitely had its moments though. Yeah, like that time we pranked the hell out of you too. Yeah, it's not really a great prank phone call when the person you call knows it's you the whole time. Indeed. You weren't there for when Stal called the serial hotline and said her name was Robin Hood. Oh no. Whatever, it was really funny at the time. And we got Robert good too. You left yourself wide open for that one dude. For someone who calls himself the prankster, you kinda got shown up. You got shown up by the queens of pranks. Nah. Yeah, you did. Okay, whatever. I totally got all of you with my Ladder Ripper prank. Especially Taylor. What? No, you didn't. Come on, you were horrified, was not? Look, we were all on edge that night, and we all got a little spooked, except for Taylor, who was a lot spooked. Nice one. Alright, fine. Maybe I was a bit freaked out. Just a bit, though. Taylor, you don't understand. You came alive that night. I saw a fire in you that screamed, I want to live! And the fact that I caused that fills me with pride. Well, I'm happy that my terror did that for you. We all just stood there for a second with big smiles across our faces. Then Robert took in a big breath of air and exhaled it like he'd just eaten a delicious meal. What was that about? Huh? Nothing, I'm trying to take in this moment. Soon it's going to be gone. Soon the ladder I used to know will be gone. Damn. Yeah, where did that come from? Hey, it can be deep, okay? No, it's true. The other day I had a random family in a minivan ask me where the nearest supermarket was. Huh? They're out of luck. Yeah, but it just made me think. How long until they start building one? Who? The family in the van? What? No, just they. I guess it couldn't always stay boring old ladle forever. That family didn't freak out. What about the cryptids? How do you feel about all this? What about all of the other cryptids in town? Are they okay with being found out or whatever? My mom's cool with it. She says she's sick of hiding. It's kinda weird. We have more in common than I thought with it. My family are sticking around, but they're a bit pissed. They like the seclusion, I guess. Yeah, I know a few people are thinking of leaving. Like Marty, the mad guy. He says he's not waiting around for an angry mob to show up. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, I don't blame anyone for being scared though. It's kinda freaky having all these new people showing up. Wow. Yeah. Welcome to being an adult, I guess. I feel woefully unprepared. What do you mean? Oh, the teacher said grade 12 is meant to prepare you for adult life, so be ready for a whole year. Ha! Yeah, right. This year was a joke. Right, like when we had that group project. Oh yeah, we just kept putting it off and putting it off. Robert, I have to give it to you. You're amazing at finding ways to procrastinate. Hey, that wasn't all me, okay? No, we clearly were looking for a way out of actually doing work, but that way out was you constantly telling us some random story. Right, there was that one about how you swore you saw a UFO. I said I might have seen one, might have. All I know is that there was an orb of light that moved in an unlikely flight trajectory. I believe you, Robert, that's a healthy amount of skepticism. Are aliens that strange in comparison? Are aliens really that strange in comparison to, you guys? Exactly. The point is, we goofed off that entire night and still managed to pass. Yup. Still the same old ladder high. We stayed there reminiscing until it was time for me to go home and pack. Then, as much as I didn't want to admit it, it was time for us to say goodbye. I said goodbye to Dan and Taylor first. I won't do it. Won't do what? I was going to make a joke about seeing you in another 5 years. But don't worry, I won't do it. Taylor? Stella? Taylor? No, but seriously, I'm gonna miss having my camp friend living down the street. Taylor, you made this year worth it. And all joking aside, whether or not it's in 5 years or 5 days, I'll just be glad to see you again. Me too, but for you. Hey, you know what's funny? What? I spent so much time thinking about leaving this town, but I suck at goodbyes. You came into this town and you made it brighter. Thank you, Stella. For what? For being my friend. No. Thank you. My dorm room will always be open if you need a place to crash or just if you want to visit. I'd love to. So, Mouse Mommy, where do I even start? You could see that conversation was getting a bit hairy. When you first met me, I was a mess. And you stuck with me. I didn't stick with you. I fell for you. Yeah, despite conventional wisdom. Shut up. But seriously, I was going through some stuff and... well, I guess I still am, but... it just feels more clear. Like whatever is going on in this Raptor school is only going on in there. I know that now. I guess I just wanna thank you for being there for me, even when I was trying to push you away. Of course, you don't have to thank me. I wanted to be there. I know, but I want to thank you anyway. You just always made me feel better. Like when we first met, I was actually having kind of a bad day, but something about the way you treated me. It was like there was no pressure for me to be, cool or something. It actually took a while to get used to. And when you dropped me off last after the lake, I couldn't help but ask to hug you. I just wanted so badly for some reason. You did? Totally. And when we did that school project, then I found your magazines the next day. I know it sounds weird, but when I gave them back, our fingers touched and it was like a shiver went down my spine, but like in a good way. Oh my god, me too. Really? Are you kidding me? I was so into you. That night when me and they got drunk and I pranked you, I dreamed of you. You did? No? Come on, tell me. Okay, but it's so embarrassing. Hey, it's me. I dreamed that you were in your underwear surrounded by underwear, but you looked like that famous painting of Venus de Milo. Wow, Stella, I'm flattered. I told you that it was embarrassing. I'd always hoped that you liked me. Like on Friday the 13th, when we were outside looking for the Ladder Reaper like something out of a horror movie. I so wanted to kiss you. Me too. Do you think we would've if we weren't interrupted? I know I would've. Even the memories that are kinda painful, they're better because you were there. Like when you and Jess picked me up from snowboarding, you gave me that book on poetry and That really meant a lot, even if I couldn't admit that at the time. I wish I could stay just one more night with you. Me too. What are you gonna do? It's the last day of high school. Are you going to Sunrager? Haha, nah. Me and Jess are just going to hang out and watch a movie or something. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm all partied out for the time being. Besides, it wouldn't be the same without you. Oh, none of it will be, Stella. Lado won't be the same. You're gonna make me cry. Just promise me that when you get to the city, you continue to be the most rad and completely righteous girl there is. I'll try. And pull at least one more sick prank. I will. It's important for your health. Stop talking like we'll never see each other again, only if you promise. I promise. Thank you. When will we see each other again? I don't know. Everything seems so up in the air right now. I know. You have my number too, right? Haha, yeah. Just give me a call. I always answer. I'm going to miss you so much. I'm going to miss you too. Oh. Hug time. We held each other there for what seemed like hours, but eventually we had to let go. Eventually, we had to say goodbye. As we left the lake, we decided to leave our own mark. So we carried our initials in the tree. We met up with the others by my truck and then I gave them all a ride home. One last time. I knew the only thing left to do was to go home and pack. But instead I did one more lap around Ladle. I passed by the school, and I thought about how this year I wasn't scared to walk down the house anymore. I didn't eat my lunches alone in the bathroom. I had friends. Goodbye, Ladle High. I passed by the lake. And I thought about all of the firsts I had this year. First time getting drunk. First time having a sleepover without parent supervision. First time going to a real party. First time skipping class. First kiss. First. Goodbye, the lake. I looked in the rear-view mirror and thought about how long ago last September felt like. I'm going to miss this town. I'm gonna miss giving everyone rides. I'm gonna miss driving on these roads. It all looked different. It felt different. As I looked into the mirror, I caught my own reflection. I was different, and not in the way that I was trying to force myself to be back at the beginning of the year either. I didn't become some outgoing uber cool girl. I was still me, still Stella, just different. That's when I decided that I needed a look to reflect that. So I stopped off at Sal's convenience and bought some hair bleach and headed home. When I got there, I found myself staring at the TV, trying to pretend like it was any other day after school. Don't worry, Danny, you'll get used to the big city, says you. Laugh track. Yeah, it didn't work. Messages. I went to the answering machine and for a second there was the familiar feeling of excitement that I would get. I'd come home wondering who called, if maybe one of my friends left me a message, but there were no messages left. Dad had cancelled the phone plan yesterday. Watching him do it finally made the move feel real. Note. That left me on one last note. Hi honey, I've been doing a lot of thinking and what I said the other week came out wrong. I wanted to move so badly because I wanted to be able to spend more time with you. Being closer to work would help with that, but I didn't consider what you wanted. You've grown up so much, I didn't realize it isn't just all about father-daughter time anymore. You have your own friends and your own life. I should have realized how much Lado means to you. I'm sorry, you're your own woman now, and I should let you make these decisions with me. I'm so proud of you. Love, Dad. Upstairs. Okay, no new poems. Window. You could say cancelling the phone was all according to his plan. I went to sit in the window to think and there you were. That must have found you in one of my old boxes. I'm still really sorry about losing you in the move and totally forgetting about you all year. I was so excited to finally be able to tell you everything, but I had some business to take care of first. Bed. With the phone plan being cancelled, I couldn't call anyone, so I just laid there for a second with the hair dye beside me, ready to do the most drastic thing to my hair I've ever done. Then I realized it's something. I wasn't as scared as I thought I would be, and I thought maybe change isn't so bad. I took a deep breath and thought, this was it? I knew that if I went through with it, there would be no going back. Well, technically, if I waited long enough, it would grow back, but you know what I mean. Was I really ready to move on? Did I give myself enough time to say goodbye? I'm gonna save. Dye hair. Well, what do you think, doctor? Alright, well, I personally think I did a pretty good job for it being my first time. Apology accepted. Huh? Oh, well, after I did my hair, I came up here to tell you all about, well, everything. I guess that's it. That's the whole story. Well, there is one last thing, doctor. You know, the family that's moving in has a young daughter. I guess I thought maybe you could help her through her teenage years, like you helped me. Packed at the keep, lifted the give. Oh my. Let's keep him. On second thought, I could never give you away. I might need you in the future. I mean, come on, I'm going to college soon. Who knows what kind of crap I go through there? Thanks, Doc. Okay, let's get out of here. So many choices, yeah. Pretty close among each. Also, it's been a good year. So to finish it, I wanna try exploring those two choices as well, pretty quick. One year later... Oh? Thanks for driving me. It's no problem. I mean it. It's really nice to have someone I trust to drive me. I love doing it, and besides, it's a nice excuse to see you. You don't mind waiting for me while I have my session? Not at all. I use the time to do work on my thesis in the cafeteria. I actually feel like I get some of my best work done there. The clinic is really calming. I know what you mean. So, Mrs. History Major, have you decided what are you going to do for your thesis paper? Yes, actually I have. I'm doing my thesis on cryptids throughout the history. Really? Far out? Yeah, cryptids have been around forever, but their contributions to society have been largely ignored in any historical context. I think it's important to collect their stories, you know. It could radically change how we look at our history. You seem really passionate about it. I am. The hard part is separating fact from myth. And the myth from fact, I guess. Did I ever tell you about ᴄᴏᴍᴍᴜ son? No. A great uncle of mine. He was a privateer for England, Portugal, and the Dutch. Oh, free? Yeah, those are just the major ones. He pretty much sailed the seas and stole for whoever wanted to pay him. He was one salty dino. Tell me more. He invented the first pinball machine all the way back in 1678. What? It was the size of a tennis court and it took 5 men to operate. Robert! It's so true, I swear. Okay, sure, I can't just put it in my thesis without some kind of documents or historical evidence to back it up. Or at least a reliable source. Are you calling me unreliable? Not in the ways that matter. But yes, you're full of BS. That's the difference between us, mouse mommy. I'm interested in truths that are beyond facts and maps and all dusty books. Universal truths of poetry. Poetry is great and all, but sometimes you need a map. Or else you'd get lost. I know, that's why we make a great team. I wrote something for you. A poem. My life, sometimes it's like looking down into the earth's center, centering off your mind, mindful. Other times it's like soaring up into the atmosphere above the clouds, cloudy. Every time, it's like catching your breath, breathing for the first time spent with her beauty, all the time you wish you were there in her radiant light as a feathery. The therapist I'm working with has me incorporating writing into my treatment. A lot of poems, sometimes just random thoughts. It helps me to put things in the right places, the good things and the bad. So it's helping. Yeah, sometimes I kind of get taken over with an urge or mood. It still happens, but now I feel like I have some things I can do until it passes. That makes sense. Stella, thanks for everything, for being so patient with me. You keep saying I'm being patient with you or waiting for you, but there's nothing to wait for. I'm with you, I've arrived. But you being in therapy doesn't mean that you're incomplete or something. As far as I can see, you're the happiest you've been since I've known you. Thanks, Stella. Stop thanking me, you big beautiful dino. I don't know what else to say. You could say, it's kinda completely unrelated, but come on, whatever you want, I'll say it. Well, it's more something that you should admit. What? Admit that I'm the queen of pranks? Never. Oh, come on. I got you last week. What, when you swapped the butter for margarine? That's barely a prank. It's subtle. That's why it was so diabolical. I love you. I love you too, Robert. Oh. I like this art. They look comfy. So, has this finished for real now? To be quite honest, I thought this game would be very short and not as good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, the story is finished. I'm waiting for the credits to go away so I can load the savings, the last two, to see what happens if I gift the Teddy therapist. Okay, here. Leave Teddy. Well, I guess this is goodbye then. I hope she treats you with all of the respect that your doctorate has earned you. Be good to her and keep being the best listener in the biz. I'll miss you too. Goodbye. It's been a good year. Oh, is it the same? Okay, here it's pretty much the same. Oh wait. Blood. Wanted to try the not ready yet as well. Ah, okay. So she will eventually dye the hair. Okay. Okay, nothing changes. Amazing. I saved it for nothing. So that's it for this morning. It's not morning, it's 2 PM, goodness, session. This evening I will do my best to be there. I'm willing to get some other endings in Mudfather for eventually completing it. I still want to complete as well Cat Project. It's pretty nice and interesting, even though it's short and serves as a prologue to another game, sorta. So yeah, that's it for this stream, and we're gonna see each other this evening. Thank you for stopping by, and thanks for watching. See you next time, Cinnamons. Bye bye!